everybody, it's Shelly from Shelly's Losing to Live. I'm here for my week 25 update after having vertical sleeve gastrectomy on November 15th, 2016. I'm actually proud of myself because I'm coming to you 2 weeks consecutive. Good job, Shelly. Got some notes here. So, a little bit about me. My highest ever recorded weight, I believe it was back maybe 2014, was 277 pounds. This was long before I was ever considering weight loss surgery. A little bit about my background. My husband had kind of, I thought, strong feelings about weight loss surgery. His mother was a large woman, and she dieted real strenuously at one point in her life and lost a lot of weight. Not weight loss surgery, but she lost a lot of weight, and she got really sick afterwards, and she passed away. And so he has always credited the drastic weight loss to her decline in health. And quite possibly that's very true. She had extenuating circumstances that could have brought that on, but I think her heart, it was too much of a stress for her heart. So, for quite a few years, I've considered weight loss surgery as an alternative because I've been overweight my entire life. I started out probably about the time I went to school. 6 years old, I was already kind of chunky, and I always was one of the larger people in the classroom. Everybody probably remembers, if they've had the same experience as me, having to weigh yourself. The whole class would have to weigh and measure themselves for health or whatever, and I would weigh as much as the boys, sometimes more than the boys, and definitely not tiny like the girls in the class. And they were very open about sharing that information with everybody else. And school was hard, There was that, and climbing the rope in the gym to the ceiling. Just thinking about that gives me the creeps. Anyway, I ramble. So one day my husband was reading this newspaper article, and it was talking about weight loss surgery and the benefits for diabetes, as far as people are reversing the symptoms of diabetes or even having diabetes because of weight loss surgery. And he actually brought it up to me, and I'm like, yes, and I thought a lot about it. I went to a class to learn more about, what it would entail. I did a lot of online research. I went and saw the bariatric doctor. We talked about it, and I decided, because my insurance would cover it, that I was going to do it. And that was a long process. That started last June. Probably not as long as some, but I had my surgery on November 15th, 2016, here in Boise, Idaho. My weight at the time of surgery was 247 pounds. So now I am here at week 25. Last week at week 24, my weight was 174.6, and this week my weight is 172.8. So since surgery, that's a loss of 74.2 pounds and 104.2 pounds from my highest recorded weight. So very, very dramatic difference. And along with that drama, in only almost 6 months, is not only have I shed a lot of weight, and I've gone down from a size 18, 20 to about an 8'10" right now. My shirts are still more like a medium to large, but my pants are an 8'10". That's pretty exciting. Probably the biggest anxiety would be my last video, which is my hair loss. huge amounts of hair, um, to the point of you can see my scalp. I I'm reassured that that will improve. You can't tell it right now because, as I revealed in my last video, I'm wearing a little topper to cover my scalp, and I'm sure I've worn it to work now all week, and I'm sure people are suspicious. Where did Shelly get all that thick hair? But I'm just playing it cool. Um, it's funny because anxiety is a funny thing. I was having a lot of anxiety about hair loss. I was going into work one day last week, and on my drive in, I almost turned around and came home. I kept looking in the mirror, and I was seeing the sunlight coming through, and you could see the skin on my head like was this little round dome here, and I just felt so hideous. I felt so goofy. I just looked so stupid. And it's not like that. I would never judge anybody else for that. But when you're going through it yourself, there's a certain amount of anxiety about the things that we put importance on, our vanity. And I, I guess I'm a vain person. I didn't really ever think that I was like that, but I am. It's true. I went ahead and went to work, but I started making some phone calls, and I don't want to rehash the same video I just did, but I made some phone calls and asked some questions and was told, these are my options. And on the phone, it all sounded really, yay, I'm going to go and they're going to find this perfect match for me. And it's not going to be dramatically different. It's just going to be enough of a change that my hair will look normal. So I went in there on that appointment on Saturday, and honestly, I had to be tenacious about asking questions and getting what I wanted because the girl wasn't a lot of help. She understood what I wanted, but she plunked she plunked this 3/4 wig on me. Yeah, I looked like somebody from Fredericks of Hollywood. And I'm like, no, I should insert a picture of that here. I won't, though. It's just too terrible because I took a picture of it. It was pretty funny. And then she plunked another one on me, and it was this super blonde, like platinum blonde looking thing, and really straight. And I'm like, yeah, no subtleness there. So, and then she put this one on me, and it's not a perfect match because you can see the hair difference. But I'm going to have my hairdresser hopefully clean that up for me this weekend so everything looks more blended. Is it an expensive way to go about saving your hair loss? No, it was kind of expensive. It could have been worse. I really wish that they had human hair one instead of synthetic because I would like to be able to curl it. But I'm also hoping this is just a temporary solution. As my natural hair grows back in, then I can just go back to being me. So it solved the anxiety about the hair loss, and it created a new anxiety about wearing something on my head all day and being concerned, is it going to stay there? Is it going to move? And it really hasn't. I've gone out on walks on my breaks, and it's been a little bit windy and everything stayed intact, but I still have this anxiety inside that someone's going to see it, or it's just going to look funky, or somebody's going to confront me and say, are you wearing a wig? Or I don't know. They're probably irrational thoughts, but they definitely go across my mind because I've never really gone this route unless it's Halloween and I'm dressing up in a costume or something, but then they expect you to wear a wig. So, I'm trying to be confident and go with it. And I appreciate all your comments on my last video because it's kind of like I needed to tell somebody, that would understand what I was doing because I was keeping it as big secret at work, and I intend to. There was one girl that knew. She's on my team at work, and she's not any longer, and she asked me about it because she knew I was having some hair loss because we had talked about it earlier. But she was just like, "Oh, it looks good. Good job." It's just she wasn't being judgy, but she definitely she knew. She thought they were extensions, and I went with it. Technically, I guess it is. Anyway, I'm rambling about hair again. Oh my gosh, it's because of the anxiety of it all. But I'm hoping that this will go away and I can move on to other things. Shrinkles. Ugh, hate them. My arms, my thighs, even on my calves. I'm getting that little shrinkly skin. I put a shirt on, you can't see it, but it's all like, maybe, I don't know if you can, oh yeah, you can see that there. But it's like that all over. Ooh. Some of it is obviously natural because of the fact that I've lost a lot of weight. And probably the other half of it is because of my age. I haven't mentioned that in this video, but I'm 54 years old and my skin doesn't have the elasticity that it used to have. That's to be expected. So what's my solution? 3/4 inch sleeves, long sleeves. Yeah, I mean, what else can you do? My stomach, ooh, wow, that's a whole different animal. I'm just going to keep covered up. I don't have any plans for plastics. I don't think my insurance would ever cover it. And once again, like I said, I'm 54 years old. I don't know if it's necessary. I don't know. I have to think about it. But yeah, Shrinkles. So progress is good. I'm feeling very, very happy about that. I've had a couple comments this week where people have said, just recently, you've really lost a lot more weight, haven't you? I really haven't, but I think I've gotten to the point where even some weight makes a difference, whereas when I was 200 plus pounds, if I lost 10 pounds, I could tell, but nobody else could. And now I'm down 172. It's getting closer to probably where my goal is. I'm a big boned person, and so I don't really know what my ultimate goal should be. However, I am seeing my surgeon's office next week for my 6-month update, and I will check in with you the next day for my regular weekly update, and I will also do a 6-month update. So we'll see what they say. I guess that's about all for today. I've got to wrap this up. I've got to go to work, and I am so grateful for all of you and for all of you that have taken the time to leave a comment. It means the world to me. And just as an aside, for those of you that care, I did run this morning. Yay! Even though I finished off my couch to 5K, I still got out there and ran. Not a 5K, but I ran. Let's just put it that way. All right. Well, I'll talk to you all next time. Bye-bye.